Hi, welcome to USCC's October Policy Pulse, brought to you by the Public Policy Program and the Legislative and Environmental Affairs Committee. I'm Linda Norris-Waldt, Public Policy Director. So there's a lot of action happening in the southwestern states at this moment, and it required USCC chapter involvement. USCC Sam Dixon, our Compost Markets Manager, is here on this Policy Pulse to tell you about what's happening in Texas.
Thanks, Linda. My name is Sam Dixon. I'm the Compost Market Manager for the USCC. The Office of the Texas State Chemist proposed far-reaching and unclear regulation that would impact the composting of biosolids in Texas. While the concern over PFAS found in Johnson County is understandable and needs to be taken seriously, further scientific investigation is needed to determine the base ground levels of PFAS found to be certain of its source. Meanwhile, the proposed regulation changes to Chapter 65 of the Texas Commercial Fertilizer Rules are using broad and undefined terms, such as waste product and deleterious or harmful substances, may draw compost classified as a fertilizer into sweeping change. USCC and the Texas Composting Council have asked the Texas State Chemist to define these terms and consider any unintended impacts on compost products and the handling of biosolids for compost in the state. You can view the regulations and our letter at www.compostingcouncil.org/talkingpoints-templates or by clicking the link on this post.
So our new chapter, the Arizona Composting Council, has been in active stakeholder meetings about coming regulations in Maricopa County, where Phoenix is located. The Maricopa County Air Quality Department created Rule 327 to limit the emissions of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, and ammonia from organic material processing operations to prevent emissions of particulate matter and nitrogen oxides. While we know that the Phoenix region struggles with air quality issues, the regulations include provisions that would cause hardships on composters and counteract reductions in methane from compost. The AZCC is continuing to work as the regulations are finalized to make sure that these regulations are reasonable for compost operations. We have some news about our public policy program and the way it works. LEAC is changing some of the procedures to better address the tsunami of compost-related legislation that we have to look at over the past few years. Changes also include formalizing the voting eligibility of LEAC members and creating a state-focused legislative committee that will be made up of state representatives to study bills more deeply than we've had time to do between December and June. This is the busy state legislative season. State chapters and representatives will be hearing more about an organizational meeting to be held in November for this new group. So NOSB is meeting this month. USCC sent a letter to the National Organic Standards Board regarding the Biodegradable Products Institute's petition to allow compostable packaging in compost for organic ag. Our survey of USCC members this summer supported BPI's request, but with many comments and qualifications about what members hope for prior to blanket acceptance of compostables. Due to that, USCC's letter to NOSB supported continued technical review of compostable packaging for now. We understand that there was disappointment about this position, but USCC's board works hard to reflect member sentiment, and the qualified support they heard is what drove our letter. You can read it here.